I think that reparations are a horrible idea as a policy right now. I think that like some of these ideas will never, are not good, should not be proposed. I'm not in agreement with getting rid of the police because of DEI stuff or because, they're all racist or anything like that. So I'm not committed to some of these views. All I'm saying is there's room for reasonable disagreement that everyone can argue for this stuff and still be committed to the American moral proposition. And what I mean by that is just simply that we're all playing by the same structure and rules. That's what I take the American moral proposition to be. Not some specific view on race or equity or equality or even rights, right? Not even a particular view on what liberty is, but that we're committed to a process and structure, namely the Constitution and the rule of law in which we navigate these different issues. So someone could be committed to the American moral proposition and be a horrible person advocating for horrible things, right? Like, I think that in many ways, yes, reprehensible policies are compatible with the American moral proposition. That's why I take Ryan's accusation that I've abandoned the American moral proposition to be so offensive, is because I haven't. I just don't think that everything is subsumed under the American moral proposition, that all morality is under it.
Let's say Nick Fuentes and his buddies like managed to get a sufficient consensus and they used legal processes. They did everything right by the rule of law and they reinstated slavery. That would be within the American moral proposition as you understand it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is, I think, why we have this core division right now within our society, because if you view the American proposition as this kind of like hollow legalistic thing, which is like operate by the instruction manual, follow the Constitution, with no actual moral guidance, no moral framework, no actually understanding of what ordered liberty would be or why we're doing this. Like, the whole point of having liberty is to have people do the right thing, is to give them the opportunity to do the right thing. There is a moral framework to our nation. And my frustration is that when people abandon it, they always think that they get to decide what comes next, right? Like, whenever I talk to like a really like extreme far left, like communist type, they'll say like, we need to get rid of American history. We need to get rid of all this stuff so that we can get the utopian. But when you talk to like a extreme Christian nationalist, they're going to say the same thing. We need to get rid of the American proposition so that we can put in religious purity tests so that only Christians can hold office. The problem is both those things are technically legal under the Constitution if you can get the votes, but they're wrong. And they're wrong because there actually is a moral framework that our founders set forth for us. It's not a value neutral proposition.